guys, welcome back to the video. Thank you for hitting that play button. I hope you guys are doing great out there. Today will be the next chapter when I explain the issues that you have with the C5, C6, C7, and now the C8 Corvette. All right, let's get into the video. All right, first off, man, look at it. Look at it, man. Every time I see this car, it just amazes me how exotic it really looks. It's just insane. It's insane. It's crazy. I mean, sometimes I just go in the garage and I just stare at it. I go in my garage and I just stare at the car. And sometimes my wife is looking for me. Where are you at? You know where I am? I'm inside the car in the garage, just messing around with the radio and looking at the interior and all that good stuff. All right, so anyway, so one of the first things I want to talk about, which I think was pretty crazy, was that these right here, these radiators, get pretty beat up. You know, there's one there, and there's one over here. So there's one on the left and there's one on the right. They get pretty beat up over time from rocks and things like that. So as you can see, what I did was I put radiator guards. I installed them so that I don't have any issues later on down the line. Any cooling issues or, you know, the rocks messing up the fins on them and things like that. So okay, one of the other things was the fit and finish here where the door actually meets the dash. It's a little bit of room there. Nothing super bad. Get in here and show you. See that? Mine's is actually not bad at all. And as well over there. Not bad at all. Not bad. And I think some guys were having issues with that not meeting up sometimes. Also, while we're on the fit and finish, some guys were having issues with the actual stitching on the car, I guess being uneven, up and down one way, up and down the other way. It was just off, the stitching a little bit. Also, the dash. Guys were having issues with the dash. I guess they were saying it was bubbling up on their cars, and that's just crazy. I'm just hoping, I mean, as long as you got a warranty, GM's gonna take care of it anyway. Chevy's gonna take care of it. Another thing was this roof hatch. I saw a guy, he was saying something about the roof, I guess. The roof, the fabric, you know how it falls down, it was coming unglued, and I was like, wow, that is crazy. That was an issue as well that I hope none of you guys are having. That's just crazy. Shouldn't be having that problem. Oh, and while I have the door open, right here there's a bolt that comes out where the door meets the fender up in there. They were saying that's a bolt. There was a bolt that was sticking out, I think in the 2020, the early 2020 models. And what was happening was, let me show you, where you would open and close the door here, it would chip the paint. The screw was back in here and it would chip the paint when you open and close the door. So that was crazy. So that's one of those issues as well. And a lot of the stuff that's happening with these cars, any car, I would say try not to buy the first model year. Don't get the first model year. Let them work out any type of bugs or whatever that may come out with the vehicle, so they can correct it. And then the model years to follow, you won't have those issues, you know. And you're always going to have issues with a vehicle, but try not. I would try not to get that first model, so you can just kind of so they can work out the bugs, whatever type of bugs they may have, and they can alleviate the problem so that when you get this second year model or third year model, you don't have those issues. All right, next issue was a lot of guys were having issues with the light fixture bumping up against the bumper and chipping the paint. Another thing that people were having issues with were the half shafts. The rear half shafts were breaking. Now, I don't know if that was because they had modified their C8 or did something else. I have no idea, or at the drag strip, I don't know. But their half shafts were breaking, and it could be a known issue, I guess, with these C8s. So you got to be really, really careful, especially if you're taking off from a dig and you're maybe on a prep surface at a drag strip. You got to be careful. That's something you got to be aware about. Also, the engine issues with the engine, which is crazy. I don't understand, but issues with the engine, things were going on as far as, I guess, valves or something dropping or something crazy like that. I heard with the engine. I don't know exactly what's the known issue, but they were saying something about having engine issues. So that's freaking crazy. With the 6.2 liter V8 having issues on a brand new car. But I think it was far and in between. I don't think a lot of people were having issues with the engine in the C8. It was only like a few cars. So again, just something that you should be aware of. Another thing that people were having concerns with the C8 was transmission issues. And I guess it had something to do with this transmission shifting weird, and maybe holding the gear too long and things like that, just not wanting to shift like it's supposed to. And actually, some people were having issues with it not holding. So it want to kind of lurch kind of forward, kind of almost like the C7s had an issue with early on. So they were having issues with that as well, which is crazy. And what else? Let's see here. Front end lift. Man, it's crazy. Yeah, the front end lift. Let's open it up here. I guess the front end lift leaking sometimes, and also they would check your fluid for the front end lift. It would show empty, which is crazy. I can't believe it. So and that is underneath. It's underneath this panel here, your reservoir for your front end lift. I'm not going to take it apart or anything, but I think it's just something that I need to mention, because it's one of those things with the C8. You just got to watch out for it. And like I was saying before, try not to get the first model year. You know, like this car, the Stingray was 2020 Stingray. Try not to get the 2020, the first 2020, because because you could have issues. So you kind of want to stay away from probably the first, maybe second. Like this car here probably would have been maybe best for me to buy 2022 or 2023, instead of 2020 or 2021. Wait a little while, let them work out all the bugs and issues that may come up with the consumers about the car. People are saying things that happen with the car, and GM goes back and checks everything out, fix everything that needs to be fixed, so that you don't have to worry about it later on when you get your car. If you get the 2022 or 2023 or 2024 version of the same car, you won't have those issues. So that sucks. With me explaining all of these things and all of these issues that can come up with the C8 Corvette Stingray. I haven't had any issues with mine. Mine is a 2021 C8 Stingray. with the Z51 package. I haven't had any issues, knock on wood. I haven't had any issues with mine like that, so I just keep my fingers crossed. Hopefully nothing happens. And like I said, if something does happen, you still have your warranty, so you don't have to be worried about paying everything out of pocket. You got a warranty. GM does offer a warranty for your car, so whatever happens with it or any issues that you may have, take it back to your local dealer. Hopefully they have the knowledge to be able to fix it, and they'll get it fixed for you, and you'll be back on the road in no time. Guys, thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I upload new videos. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.